Sergio Mommo, the owner of Xerjoff. May we start by telling something concerning the history of your company?
Yes, my company has been in the market now for about 9 years. It's an Italian company. It's truly a company which creates and evolves its own product in the Italian market. We still have strong idea behind the development of our brand within our philosophy. Our philosophy it evolves around the nature, so the way that we create and we distill our perfume, and the craftsmanship, the Italian craftsmanship, which is still plays a very big part of our products. We have started with a very small, indeed, collection made of 2 perfumes 2 years ago. Sorry, can you cut it then? Yeah. We have started with a very small collection 9 years ago. Now we have now 6 different collections with over 60 perfumes. We are distributed and we are represented in many markets in the world, and so our brand is growing extremely fast. We are particularly proud of that, but we have to think about new emerging markets as well. So the niche perfume markets is evolving quite a lot and pretty fast. So for us it's important to carry on performing well in the existing market, but it's also important to investigate what are the other potential incoming markets for the future.
Where does the market, your brand, in which market your brand exists today?
Today? Well, today we have obviously home, which is Europe. We are particularly strong in the Russian and former Russian markets and all the Middle East. What we need to conquer now are the Far East and South America, which for us is I think will be very important indeed.
Are you going to plan some particular project for the future, for the next year in particular?
Well, I have to say, in order to answer your question, I need to specify one important point. As a niche brand, we have a quite big portfolio made of different collections. So we are particularly proactive from that point of view, proactive from the creative point of view. So we don't like to create too many extension lines, but we like to create new proposal, new ideas. So we will carry on creating new collection for the following years, not for this year, but the following years there's going to be a new collection coming out. And together with this, we are also becoming a small publishing house with a magazine, which talks about, it's not an house organ. It's actually a magazine which is called Xerjoff, but it's a magazine which is going to talk about all the beauty in the world.
Is it a lifestyle digital product or just concerning fragrances and beauty?
It's a lifestyle indeed. Perfume will only take 10% of the magazine itself. So we're going to talk about art, generally speaking. We're going to architecture, travel, food. So everything which we believe is excellent in life. Doesn't matter where it's from. Obviously, there's going to be a close attention to the made in Italy, but not only.
I may read the claim here, beauty will save the world. Do you think that?
Yes, we are a strong believer of that. I think despite all the crises, despite everything which is going around the world, I think that everything which is beautiful will survive, actually will make everything else much stronger.
Do you usually take inspiration for your new creations by traveling?
As well. I travel most part of my life. And of course, traveling is important for me from every aspect, but not only. Inspiration sometimes it comes from reading books, watching movies, or holidays as well.
Some places in the world that you love in particular?
Oh, there are too many. I think the world is all beautiful, so and it needs to be understood well. I think the most beautiful part of the world are the culture, a different culture that you are encountering while you're traveling. And if your mind is open enough to accept all different kind of cultures, then the world it becomes all beautiful.
Come back to the fragrances. And tell us something about the raw materials that you use to produce, and the design that you choose and the shapes, the design for your product.
Yeah, indeed, those are the two strong points of the Xerjoff brand. So we always, from the very beginning, like to work with nature, and it's a very challenging way of producing perfume nowadays. Not just a matter of cost, but actually the sourcing of the raw material, and most important, the distillation techniques. So distillation techniques is what really makes the difference from the creative point of view in the creation of our perfume. So that is very important indeed. The other point that you mentioned is very important for us, the way we present our creation. We always been taking the idea from the past, where the perfume is such an important work of art, which needs to be presented with another work of art. So it's not a single sensorial operation, but it's actually a multisensorial. So it's the design, the touch, the feel, and obviously the smell, which makes the total creation.
So you start from a vintage inspiration for your design.
Yes, as well. I mean, it's obviously everybody knows that concerning the design of the flacons, many worldwide famous artists are being involved, together with crystal makers internationally known. So why not carry on bringing this kind of a culture into perfumery by paying attention to all the different aspects of a perfume, which is not only obviously the most important thing is the perfume and the olfactive direction, but also the way it's presented, adding more extrasensorial elements into the final product.
You're presenting two new unisex fragrances during this edition. What about that?
Yes, this is an extension line from the Shooting Stars. We have made these two 100 ml perfumes, particularly worked in the way that it took us a couple of years to come up with this extension line. We want the Shooting Star collection from Xerjoff is already made out of 12 different perfumes. So in order to create another two, we had to make sure we were able to present something definitely different. So it's not just a matter of the color of the flacon, which is for us is something new concerning Shooting Stars, but also from the olfactive point of view are definitely something which is breaking out for what we already is being produced by Xerjoff.
Why did you choose for a unisex fragrance?
Well, we didn't make this decision for these two particular fragrances. We don't make a very clear distinction between ladies and men, generally speaking. Of course, in our collection there are some perfumes which are much more feminine and others are much more masculine. But we don't draw a very tight line between the two. We like to think that if anybody likes a perfume, they're free to wear it.
Question, if you can move a little bit here, what about this table, this merchandise, this visual that you have chosen for this edition?
Well, yeah, this year we decided to avoid to display all the perfumes because we already displayed some of them in the window cabinet. So we decided to actually recreate a little environment made of glass of how our perfume actually performing once they are sprayed. So basically we are recreating a small universe inside here, able to make the client make the decision before they spray.
It looks like a glass of champagne.
Yes, why not? A little bell, yes, absolutely.
Is it possible to smell the fragrance from this one?
Absolutely, yes, absolutely.
Very good idea. Okay. Sergio, Mama, thank you so much. Do you want to tell us something more?
Well, about Esxence, it's always great to be here. As Xerjoff, we've been here for the very first edition. We will be here for the future ones. It's always nice. It's an excellent window international window for us, and it's getting better and better. The new location and new visitors. So looking forward to see you next year.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mama.